Hi, my name is Mr. B. B like in honeybee again, not bumblebee. I'm going to read you a story today, and in a lot of ways, this story's really about you. See if you can find yourself in here. First of all, the story is called I Am Human. Let's find out about where you're at in here. Okay, page 1. I was born a miracle, one of billions, but unique. In other words, there are lots of people in the world, but there's nobody exactly like you. You're the only you there is. I am human, and I am always learning. I've always thought that every time I learn something, I become a different person, a new person, and you're probably a better person than I was before I learned it. I'm finding my way and choosing my path on this incredible journey. What journey do you think he's talking about? Maybe the journey of life. I have big dreams, and I see possibility. Do you have dreams too? Sometime I'd like you to share some with me, and if you can't share them with me, well, share them with somebody. I have endless curiosity. I make discoveries. Do you make discoveries sometimes too? I have a feeling of wonder, and I'm amazed by nature. I love being outdoors and seeing things, and yesterday I was outdoors in the evening and there was a flock of geese that came over. There must have been thousands of them in one of those giant V's making that honking noise. I wondered where they were going. I have a playful side. I find joy in friendships. I know when I'm out in nature or I'm playing or learning and I'm curious about things or reading books, I always like it more if I have a friend with me when I'm doing something. It just seems more special to share things, doesn't it? And he's saying, I am human, but being human means I am not perfect and I make mistakes. I can hurt others with my words, my action, and even my silence. Do you sometimes make mistakes where it might hurt somebody else or might make them feel bad? I'd like to tell you a short story. I'll come right back to the book. I'd like to tell you a short story about this guy right here. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. Maybe you can have your mom or dad or somebody maybe stream some things on TV or look at YouTube or something. His name was Mr. Rogers. He had a TV show on public television. He became famous, and one day he had a tough day at work, and he was on the way home and decided he'd stop and see his grandkids. And as he got there, he went to the backyard because he could hear them playing, and they had the garden hose out, and they were spraying water at each other. And then they saw their grandfather, and one of the boys that had the hose started squirting the water closer and closer to Mr. Rogers. And he just had such a bad, and he wasn't in a good mood, and he yelled at his grandson, you better not squirt me with water. And then he turned around and went home. And then on the way home, he got feeling bad that he'd sort of yelled at his grandkid. And so the best thing he said to do was to call his grandkid up and apologize. And he did. And when he was on the phone with his grandkid, he said, what he felt bad about. And the grandkid said back to them, it's okay, Grandpa. Everybody makes mistakes. And that doesn't mean we can make mistakes whenever we want to because we're human, but he was sorry for his mistake, and the grandson must have been very smart and said, everybody makes them. You make them, I make them too, don't we? And he's also said, sometimes I can be hurt too. Has anybody ever hurt your feelings? Maybe saying something bad about you? It hurts, doesn't it? He also is saying, I can be fearful of things I don't understand, and maybe timid or afraid to try something new. I don't like to dive off into water from a high thing either. I'm sort of scared of that. So if you're afraid of something, everybody's afraid of something. I have a heavy heart when I feel sadness. I am human. It does make you feel sad, doesn't it? But then I remind myself that because I am human, I can make choices. I can jump off the diving board, or I can just crawl down the ladder and go do something else. I can move forward. Coming down, walking, and you don't want to just look at the flower. He wants to smell it, doesn't he? A poor choice can become a better choice with thoughtfulness. A bad day can become a great day with kindness. He's sharing his flower with somebody, isn't he? Maybe what does it look like, or smell how great this is. Just that little thing. The flower didn't cost any money or anything. He's just a little simple act of kindness, isn't he? I can act with compassion and lend a helping hand. I can treat others with equality and be fair. I wonder there if he isn't saying, let's play soccer and, maybe dividing up into teams so everybody feels special and wanted, that they're going to have some value on that team. I can choose not to fight, but instead to listen and find common ground. I can tell you my side of the story, and then you tell me your side. And I can say I'm sorry and ask for forgiveness. And I think if you can see his face close enough there, you can tell he's really sincere and really means that he's sorry, doesn't he? Sometimes I think saying I'm sorry are two of the most powerful words in the world, aren't they? I am human, one of billions, but unique. Look at this. Look how many people are in that picture. I am not alone. I am connected. What's he connected to, do you think? He's connected to all these people, to my friends, to my family, to the world. We are all humans together. We're all different, and yet we're all alike, aren't we? And I will keep trying to be the best version of me. I am full of hope. I am human. Where did you find yourself in the story? Were you in there somewhere? Maybe sharing a flower or something with somebody, or feeling sad, or somebody made fun of you, or whatever. But you know what? If those things happen, if you make mistakes or feel sad, you're human, and you can turn that bad day into a great one. It's your choice, isn't it? I know you're in there somewhere.